What's up, everybody?
We're back. Another Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Told y'all we weren't going to fail, y'all. The Sunday talks are staying.
Okay. Damn right they are.
They're staying.
Yup. So,
for now.
How's your week been?
Week has been solid.
I'm sure fucking has.
Like from this Sunday from last Sunday, I don't know why, but it felt like it flew by. Everything's been pretty smooth sailing. I got some cool editing done. Made some TikToks, you know.
I'm sure y'all seen them.
Yeah, trash talking.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what was going on though, but I don't know what's going on YouTube, but y'all need to start giving us some feedback because we are at 0. I don't know what happened, but we're sitting at double digits on audio. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just like the delay of it being put out. I don't know if that's the reason why people don't tune into the YouTube. So far, not at all last week. I think it's probably just because of the fact that we kind of had a weird stoppage.
Yeah,
I mean, it was announced that the stoppage was happening. But
it was Mother's Day. I mean, thank you for everyone from audio that's tuning back in. I mean, life happens at the end of the day.
But if you guys aren't seeing it, please let us know.
Yes.
Because it is uploaded. It has been uploaded for a few days now.
And ultimately, give us feedback on every platform.
Yes.
Not just YouTube, but every platform. Because we want to give you guys the best dang show.
I do have to say, making the TikToks is kind of fun to kind of like dig into the episode a little bit and pull some clips out. Because we had some pretty funny reactions, I feel like, in the last episode. Maybe people are just like looking for the highlights now more than anything, because we're getting hundreds and hundreds of views off Reels and TikTok.
That's a good thing, and we appreciate that.
We almost broke 1,000 on one of them, like a few weeks back. Like, it's clear as day. I don't know if it's just like the short video option is more of the go-to for people to just kind of like catch bits and pieces here. But the highlight of the video of last week was we went back and forth, and he came to the conclusion of 4-0. Right now, it is not going in his direction, not one bit. We're going to touch on that right now. Warriors are up 2-0. It's going in the complete opposite direction he wanted it to go in.
That is a fact.
But Warriors did that at home. They are undefeated at home in the playoffs. It was expected to definitely win one of those games for the Warriors at home. It is expected for Dallas to do well at home. I actually don't know how well they are at home in the postseason.
We've only lost one game to a buzzer beater.
So they're just about just as good as the Warriors are at home. This could go the distance. If Dallas can win tonight and win in a couple nights, we're possibly looking at a 6-7 game. I said 5-6. I already think the Warriors are not. I don't fully expect them to just 4-0 a team in the conference finals. It just doesn't seem realistic to me, especially now that it's been put out there. Wiggins is a little beat up. We're already beat up in the depth chart off the bench. We're missing a bench guy right now, Iguodala. Porter just came back. He came back. I know he was in this last game. He looked really good, actually. Kayvon Looney is having like career high playoff numbers. I mean, the Warriors are basically the guys that they needed to step up are stepping up, because I mean, Clay had his game 6 in the last series that was incredible, that kind of like closed out everything. But Curry's just been hitting daggers when daggers are supposed to be hit, and I feel like that really like it went deep into Dallas on this last game, because they had the Warriors by the nutsack and was up like 20 plus almost the whole game. And then fourth quarter, end of third, rolling into the fourth, Warriors just turned it up to like 100 and just ended it.
So, I mean, if we look back at the regular season, Mavs win every single time at Golden State.
Yeah.
In the regular season, Mavs were 3-1 against Golden State, even with Mavs beating them at home. But the biggest thing is, in that one lost game in the regular season, Wiggins absolutely just went off.
Yes.
We have noticed.
Very shocked. He's actually beat up now.
Yeah, we've noticed in these past 2 games that Wiggins has been an absolute key factor, as well as Jordan Poole. Now, the biggest thing is, in these last 2 games, Golden State's defense beyond the arc is absolutely exposed. Mavs are not.
Yeah. Draymond can't do it all, and he fouled out.
Draymond is a beast in the paint. We know that 100% because total rebounds, these back-to-back games, they have out-rebounded Mavs, by double digits.
Mavs have got to not, in my opinion, just watching it, I'm trying to watch it as, like, a neutral fan, but, like, they do the freaking lost puppy thing when they get in the paint and it doesn't work, and then they just, like, look for Luka.
That's the thing. See, and I can see what the coach is doing. So, beyond the arc, Mavs shot 45 times in this last game.
I think they just know because
and
Warriors,
we've made only 21.
And the Warriors, the reason why the Mavs, in my opinion, looking at the Warriors as a whole team, right? You look at them, they're not big. Their biggest guy is Looney. So
And Dre.
Dre's nowhere near as big as Looney.
Yeah, but Dre's
I'm saying
bigger
is
than
the
anybody that's
perimeter
going.
defense is kind of rough around the edges because we have a very small team.
Beyond the arc, Warriors don't have anything. And if the Mavs can actually
Defense,
capitalize.
Obviously, we're talking defense.
Yes. but if Mavs actually capitalize, like 21 for 45, that's how many 3-pointers they made. So it was 46.7%, almost half.
I do have to say this. When you let the whole starting 5 drop double digits, it's going to be an issue. Especially the center.
Now, I will say this, though.
Outscored the other 3 starters.
I will say this, though. Clay has found those absolutely just gorgeous assists. But Clay hasn't really been a factor in these games.
Like, it's been brought up plenty of times, but it's understandable, to be honest. Clay is probably having some very scary thoughts because last time he was this far into a season, it didn't end well for him. I think I've just been watching Clay for like almost 10 plus years. He doesn't move around like he used to. He really avoids jumping now. Like, completely avoids jumping. It's all ball handling and shooting. Like, he really tried. He's dunked here and there in this series, but, like, he does not violently go to the rim anymore.
No, and I honestly fully believe this game is actually going to be another Game 7, just like with the Suns. So the Mavs obviously went down 2-0 to the Suns.
I think Warriors are definitely going to, if they want to even stand a chance in Dallas, they got to make some serious adjustments.
Well, beyond the arc, yes. Like, Golden State needs to figure that out.
They did it in the second half in the last game because they were really struggling in the first half. And the adjustment they did was they pulled Wiggins off of Luka.
Well, that's the thing.
They put Looney on Luka, and it was a game changer.
Yeah, but Looney did look sloppy against Luka, it's Luka.
But he stands over him is the thing. Luka's huge and he can just shoot over the little guys.
But also Jordan Poole, that dude blows his assignment and he fouls out, and he'll foul out. When there's a drive to the paint and Poole that's his man.
Everyone's got to realize Poole's coming off the bench.
No, he is, but that's the thing. So he only played 29 minutes. Dropped 23.
They're racking up his minutes because he's putting up numbers.
Yeah, so he's doing well, but you can see that Golden State is sharing the load. The Mavs' problem is beyond the arc. You shoot that many times, you got to be at least over 50%.
Yeah, the shooting looked
like
the whole second half was bricks.
It was forcing something that it was there. That's the thing.
That was the thing is they know that they can hit the threes, but they really truly, like, confident wise, full blown 100% confidence. The only person on that offense that has I would say like a no doubter 3 is like Luka, and the whole team was just throwing up freaking threes, and I was like, what?
But that's the
hell?
thing with Phoenix. Phoenix we covered all their shooters, much like we did in Game 2 versus Golden State. The whole 2 quarters. What
Golden State did, I'm glad they did it, is they got Wiggins off of Luka because it was messing up the flow of the game. He wasn't able to handle it, not one bit.
Yeah.
It was like more of a Dre and Looney matchup. I think what they're going to go with is they're going to put Dre on Luka, like the rest of the series.
Luka's too fast for Dre. Dre was going to foul out, and then he'll cry.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like, what else are you going to do at that point? You can't just keep getting ran past. So.
You got to at least have Clay pick up the assignment.
And I started to notice Clay was picking up on the defensive end of the ball.
Clay's done really, really well on the defensive side of the ball. Like, that's the thing. I would not move Dre from outside the paint to guard Luka because the biggest thing is...
You know who's getting...
Dre will pick up the assignment if Luka goes to the paint.
Big, like, in the paint numbers defensively. Curry is getting a lot of rebounds.
Curry's done really well. So, like, going back to the Game 1, like... I'm just going to beat this just like a dead horse. I mean, the Mavs we shot 48 times beyond the arc, only made 11. So Golden State's beyond the arc defense, that's something that needs to be taken care of, especially since Dallas is going home. It's going to be loud. And, I mean, this Game 3 has to go the Mavs' way.
Luckily,
if it doesn't,
I would say the
tough.
best thing going in the Warriors' favor is they are used to going into away games against like one of the best players ever. I mean, they did before Luka became a thing. It was always the Rockets and Harden.
Well, y'all haven't beat us at home yet.
It's like Texas just did a 1-for-1. They were like, all right, one Texas team was really good for a few years, and now the other one can be good.
Yeah, so, and the rebounds, man, Dallas just seems like they're just lost when it comes to the rebounds. We saw in Game 2, Kleber was already had, I think, 4 fouls by start of the third quarter, and, like, obviously he had to get pulled, or else he would have got fouled out soon.
There is a lot of that going on.
Yeah, and so, like, the rebounds-wise, like, Game 1, Golden State had 51.
And the thing is Dallas is I'm pretty sure they said this in Game 1, actually, the slowest team in the league.
I wouldn't say Dallas is the slowest team.
They literally said they're the slowest team in the league, and they're facing...
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't know if that's true or not, people.
They said, like, they are the slow... Which, I could see it because, like, your number one scorer is not necessarily the fastest. He's very, like, smooth with everything, but he is not the fastest.
But I will also say this, though. Golden State, they can't keep a hold of the ball. There's too many steals happening. There's too many mistakes happening.
Oh, they do that all for the last...
And what sucks with the Mavs, if Mavs just capitalize...
On the turnovers, yeah. But the Warriors did finally get a hold of those turnovers and stop having... I don't think they barely had maybe 1 or 2 in the second half.
But Golden State's capitalizing on all of their rebounds. Golden State is capitalizing on...
They're scoring when they're supposed to.
Us not making anything beyond the arc. And it's tough because Dallas is such a nitty-gritty team, and to come off beating the best team in the West to going down 2-0 in the series, I see this going to a Game 7, 100%. I feel like it's going to be a back and forth, which I don't think anybody wants.
If they don't win tonight, though, Dallas does not win tonight.
That's
tough. Looking really scary for Dallas because they have not gone 3-0 at 0-3. They haven't been 3-0'd at all.
Yeah, that's going to be
That one's going to hurt if they go 3-0 because I feel like that's going to hurt their feelings because they lose at home, especially Game 1.
Dallas.
I could see like Warriors that come here, they don't really like adjust too well, and then the second game comes around, they might pick it up. And
I honestly don't see Golden State winning this game tonight. I see them adjusting on Game 4.
Yeah, I feel as if Warriors could walk away with 1, but I realistically don't. I don't know which one. More than likely, if they're going to lose, it's more than likely going to be this one. It's already been said, like, Warriors, I don't think have swept the team in a long-ass time.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
I think
but
the last time they swept the team was their damn near perfect season that they had, and then they lost the finals. I think that's when they swept everyone they played.
Yeah. But nevertheless, Dallas going to be 7. Okay, we're going with game 7.
Yeah, he's going to go with 7 this
We're
time.
going to go
It's
with
going to be
game
very
7, yeah.
reasonable. I'm going to stick with the 5-6.
We're going game 7, yeah.
Now, the Miami-Boston series,
so,
I'm not a huge fan of the East side teams, but if I had to root for one, just because whoever wins this series is going to play one of the two in the other series, in the finals. But if I had to pick which team I wanted to play, I couldn't tell you.
So
that series is more evenly matched than what's going on.
This is pretty crazy. I mean, I think they're both equally matched. It's just you're playing against kind of similar teams here. You're playing against Miami and Boston, which, I mean,
they got shooters
Jimmy
left
Bucket,
and right.
Jason Tatum. We're seeing a star being developed, or we're seeing a star lead the team right now, and it's like,
I think Miami wasn't getting enough credit.
No, man.
Throughout the season, like they were.
Well, I mean, they're the second
they were predicted
seed,
to
so
make it this far.
they got that love 100%.
I think Boston caught everyone a little bit off guard because they definitely thought it was going to be Milwaukee and the Heat going at it for a 7-game series.
Well, this series is absolutely crazy because, I mean, just talking about yesterday's game, in the first quarter, Heat dropped damn near 39 points, and Boston only hit 18.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that right there, that's a statement hitting immediately at Boston. So, like, can you imagine...
Was this, last night's game?
Yeah. Can you imagine being in Boston, Heat going up to 39, and then Boston only putting up 18 in the first quarter? That momentum that was just there for playoffs, Boston, just went straight down.
Yeah. I honestly think Miami has the better team in this situation. They're calling Boston right now a bunch of babies. Media-wise, I've been seeing a lot of bashing on Boston. Apparently, they were faking injuries and then getting up and going right back in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was to kind of catch your breath type of thing. It's smart. I'm not fucking dissing it because I mean there's sometimes you see it in the NFL as well. Some dudes will just lay down.
Yeah, but not as much. Not as much because the referees.
Now basketball is a little different because you can just rotate in and out right there. The sideline is right
I mean you can literally. I mean, the brush of a basketball hitting your face, you can just literally just hold the nose and fall.
There's get a whistle and
there's flops every single game that we watch.
But apparently,
Dallas Mavs, Miami Heat.
They were acting like their knee fell off, and then they'd get right back up.
I completely. I mean, we've heard. I mean, Shaq even said it. Like basketball has became soccer.
Oh,
it's not just the Dallas and Golden State. It's not just Miami and Boston. It's every game this whole playoffs. There's been faked, oh my God, he hit me. And then come back and just literally just, let's put up a 40-piece. No. But other than that, I mean, there's good things happening with Miami and Boston. I mean, Boston coming back. Almost to win.
The only concern I have is either of those teams have significant people are going to be out. Like, what's the injury list looking like for the
Boston? That I do not know.
We gotta keep up to date. I know Warriors are a little banged up. Wiggins is the only concern going into this game coming up tonight. But other than that, I mean, Dallas, I think, is in pretty good shape, aren't they? They're not missing nobody.
Yeah, so Boston's missing Sam Hauser, Robert.
The only thing that would scare me with Boston is if they lose Tatum.
Jason Tatum, right cervical nerve impingement.
What the fuck is that?
I have not.
That sounds pretty serious. Is he playing?
Smart and Tatum both briefly exited the game 3 with injuries before returning to the game.
Boston's getting beat up.
Yeah,
Boston's getting beat
Tatum
up.
is probable to play in games 4.
That's not
Dallas
good.
Mavs, we are missing Tim Hardaway. He's out with foot. That's it. Golden State, Gary Payton, he's out.
Oh, yes, Gary Payton. That was a big
James Wiseman
reset,
out.
That was a big piece defensively.
Iguodala out, and then Andrew Wiggins questionable ankle.
Yeah, he sprained his ankle, I think.
Yeah.
Which I must have missed that part because I don't remember him rolling it up.
Yeah. Miami, though, everybody's day-to-day. Jimmy,
Ooh.
Tyler Herro.
Maybe they're doing...
Kyle Lowry.
So I've heard some teams will do that on purpose to, like, throw the mindset off of the other team.
Could be.
Be like, hey, all our guys are day-to-day. We're lacking. And then come game day, they're just, like, firing off on all cylinders and just dominating. Because I feel like Miami, I could see that kind of, like, type of we're fucking with you type of attitude.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
Teams do that. I've seen plenty of teams be like, hey, like, Max Scherzer is questionable when he's going to go out and throw 8 innings.
Yeah, but Max Scherzer, I believe that.
Dude,
I believe that now.
Speaking of that, we're about to hit our break, I think, because there's not a whole lot left to talk about basketball.
We are coming close, but before we go on this break, though, Mavs in 7. Gotta say that first.
All right, Mavs 7, I'm saying 5 to 6.
Miami, you still sticking with
how this game goes tonight.
Miami-Boston?
Miami-Boston, I think, is going to go the distance. Their games are really
You think Game
close.
7?
Yeah, I think they're going to
Miami-Boston.
If
after hearing that injury list,
after seeing that injury list, Boston's looking a little shaky. That might go maybe 6. Right now, it's looking like it might go 5 because what is it?
It's 2-1 Miami.
2-1. Yeah, that might just only go 5.
I think Game 6. I think
if Boston can hold on to Tatum and everybody, yeah, it'll go to distance.
Yeah, we'll see. But all right, y'all, we are going to take a very short break.
Very short break. YouTube, you just hang out. We're just doing.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Just like that.
It wasn't even a break, but it's a break on their end.
All right, so
we are on to the.
Let's talk about something great here, okay? Let's talk about some awesome. So, just recent prospect, just started in the majors. Adley Rutschman.
Bam! He's in the league.
Baltimore. He is a stud of a catcher. Has an awesome bat too. First hit in the major. Triple. That is an awesome way to be like.
I think he's like family.
I'm here.
Completely cried.
Oh, his whole family. If they like moved the camera over to him, you just saw like that patch of orange, and like everyone was just freaking out. But yeah, he got the call up. Did you see the video that the guy brought him in to call him up to the majors? It was like, you've had a lot on your plate, but I mean, like all your hard work's gonna pay off. And then him just breaking down. If anybody knows that, I don't know that personally. I actually know one person that's in the minor leagues right now, but getting called up, I can only imagine playing baseball as a young kid.
I didn't even really like know of him until this season started when they kept bringing it up. Oh, hey, Orioles got a
there's
really
so
good
many
prospect.
prospects we probably knew, but there was just so
like the
dang
biggest
many.
hype one going into the season was Bobby Witt. Like the people were going bananas and Stephen Kwan. Were going wild over him. Like they're doing good. Bobby Witt's kind of typical rookie stuff. Like you got to let these guys play out their seasons. Like this guy right now.
Started off great, and
he's gonna start out.
He's on that high, like that. Yeah. That high right now.
But baseball's always gonna be like that. I'm not saying the team is gonna keep doing like winning and losing, but the players are not always gonna be like Aaron Judge is not always gonna be hitting a dinger every single damn day. Now, will he do it? There's a possibility. I think they said he's on pace right now for 58 home runs.
Yeah.
I think he could get more. Based on the numbers he's putting up.
Yeah.
Because you can't count out the fact the second half of the season brings a different animal out of everybody.
Yep, that is true.
He could be on pace for 58 right now. If he's on pace for 58 right now with the pace that he's on, imagine what the second half of the season will put into him.
That's true.
You get your reps in, you get that quote-unquote mid-season form, you're loose. Hopefully no injuries for some of these guys. I really want to see some of these guys actually get a whole season in. The Mets, though, they're doing really, really good, but they're also really banged up.
Yeah, the Mets are hurting. The Mets are hurting.
I think Cano Robinson Cano signed with the
Robinson.
Padres, I think. He got DFA'd by the Mets. And I believe he signed with the Padres. Yeah,
Yep.
he's on the Padres now.
We actually spoke about that in our last.
Padres. Speaking of,
Yeah, we talked about
you've
that.
been pulling for them for quite a while.
Well, no,
Man,
we talked about
they are-
Cano to go into the Padres last episode. So
Yeah.
yeah, it actually happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually happened.
But yeah, Padres actually they are. What y'all have? Do the Giants play the Padres one more
They're
time?
playing them this past couple days, I believe.
Yeah, Padres have won every single game.
They were actually on Fox yesterday. It was like the primetime game.
Yeah, Padres 10-1. Yeah, I think they just won
today?
Yeah, they just won the series.
Damn. Yeah, Padres are the most competitive game. Rendon, I would say, is our ace.
Yeah, Rendon
that
is
dude,
definitely.
He was dominating, and then just I don't know. Offense for the Giants has always been shaky. I think the Giant. Well, speaking of Giants, I'm gonna speak on my team just a little bit. They are banged all the way up. They're missing Belt. We're missing our backup catcher. Concussion protocol. Belt's on 10-day.
Just had a retirement.
Lamonte Wade, 10-day.
Yep. What was it, Joe Panic or
Joe Panic. Well, he wasn't even on the team. He's been off the team for a few years now.
just shot out?
Yeah, Joe Panic retired. That's huge on for the Giants fans. But he hasn't been on the team in a few years, I don't think. It's been at least three years, I think. But yeah, he went to the Mets for a little bit, but I don't think it really worked out.
Yeah.
But he had one of the best double plays in World Series history against the Royals.
God damn, but the Mets though, like they are still killing
The
him.
Mets
Sorry, I
are
just
killing-
saw
yeah, the
20
Mets
and
are-
15 right now.
The Yankees are killing it.
Oh, Yankees look absolutely tough.
So, and then the Doyers, God damn it, I say it like that on purpose. But Padres, Dodgers, and the Giants, I don't think have all been this good all at the same time.
Well, the Dodgers and Padres are kind of running away with it right now.
Right now, Giants are beat
But
up.
still,
the
Giants,
are that
Diamondbacks,
old-
and Rockies.
This happened last year. Giants had a really, really rocky first half.
No
And
pun
then
intended.
just completely killed it second half. We're still, I think Longoria is kind of creeping his way back in. We got Wade back, he's hurt again. We got Belt, he's hurt again. They're missing a lot of guys. Crawford's the only guy that's staying healthy. Joey Bart is just slumping. The Rangers, you want to speak on your Rangers? Giants are just a beat up old man team right now.
Well, I mean, the Rangers have been doing absolutely solid here recently. But just following up on the NL West, though, every single team in the NL West is still doing
Very close.
doing great. They're all of them are damn near close to 500, if not over 500.
The Diamondbacks actually have a prospect right now. They just hit 3 home runs.
Yeah, Diamondbacks are doing good. It's just the Dodgers and Padres are running away with.
There's
they're
gonna
winning.
be some trades happening because I think it's been brought up.
Trades
Rumor
always
mill,
happen.
But no, trade deadlines creeping up.
Yeah.
And the rumor mill, at least on Giants Twitter, right? It's just fans being fans and hoping for the best.
Mhm.
But people, when stuff gets put out there, it kind of starts getting the ball rolling, even if it wasn't even a thing. But fans, are doing their little editing, Photoshop shit, and they're putting Juan Soto in a Giants uniform.
Oh shit.
I was like, that's not actually a really bad idea. I was like, we kind of need that bat.
Yeah.
Need that offensive power. That would be a huge jump in talent. My thing is, who the hell do the Giants have that is even close in value to get Juan Soto? I feel like we'd have to give up every draft pick for the next 5 years.
I don't know.
And I don't know, send all of our prospects to them and be like, hey, we need this guy.
Yeah.
If the Giants, I feel as if the Giants might pull a trigger on a big star player like that, especially a star player that's in an organization like Votto.
Yeah.
The Reds situation. Votto is not going to stay on the Reds. I really don't feel like it.
I don't know. I mean, I would have said
terrible.
yes if they would have done it at the beginning of the season, but I'm not.
I don't think Votto's going to stay. He's going to be one of those last, like, the week of the trade deadline.
Yeah.
We're going to see some guys like Soto might not stay on the Nationals. Votto might not stay on the Reds. Those are, like, the two names that just come to mind. There's some big names out there right now that are not going to stay on the teams that they're on.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't even see this. Just an updated injury report. Brandon Belts just moved to a 10-day injury list.
I brought that up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know I didn't hear the details, but I just know when Belt ends up on the injury list, it's usually more than 10 days.
Yeah. But other than
it's not looking good right now for the Giants. They're really beat up.
Well, this is kind of a bad time just because Dodgers and Padres are.
They're rolling away with it.
Yeah, with the series y'all just played, y'all didn't even take one. But Rangers,
how we doing? We like to talk about our teams, as you can see.
We are doing pretty damn solid right now. So we, at the beginning of the season and actually last two episodes, we're
18, 20, almost 500. Like, they're sitting right in the middle of the pack.
And we just won out the series against the Astros. So
yeah, I mean, Rangers were expected to be better this year.
Well, next year. This year,
they
yes,
were expected
in,
to be better because they brought in Seager.
Better than last year.
Yeah, they brought in Seager. Now, are they expected to do anything beyond the wild card? Absolutely not. But we shall see. There's some teams that started, like the Braves last year. No one wants to remember this for whatever reason.
Actually, I was mistaken. We lost this series with Houston.
Yeah, I mean, it is what
but
it is.
Either way, though, they actually just watching the power rankings and everything like that, keep up with that. I mean, Corey Seager is right now like top 4 shortstop in the league right now, which is expected.
Always is, yeah.
Corey Seager is doing absolutely amazing things with the Rangers. Our bullpen is looking pretty damn solid. We have some depth. But
Rangers could be a sleeper team. To be completely honest,
I believe they are.
Creep their way in with some trades. If they can get some trades done.
But the thing is, though, Angels and Houston, that's where it's tough because Angels are on just fire.
Yeah.
Houston is always going to be Houston. They are doing solid, much like the Yankees. They are damn near going to be the first team to hit 30 wins, and.
Yeah, Yankees are looking good. The only thing I could say, and this might start hurting the Mets in the upcoming week because Scherzer's injury happened this week. So, obviously, he's in the starting rotation. Give it a few games. The L's are going to start rolling in, I feel like. Because, you can't just lose a guy like that and start winning games. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you miss your key guy on the mound, especially in those games.
And you still don't have DeGrom. That's really messing up the rotation. That you're missing.
It's putting the workload on a lot of people right now.
Well, the whole bullpen is like busting their ass.
Yeah.
Like and that's when you're gonna start running into problems. It's like your bullpen guy is gonna get tired because he's not used to going 3+ innings all the time.
But what's crazy though in that division, if we're gonna talk about the Yankees a little bit more, Red Sox are steadily declining right now.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Trevor Story got out of his slump.
They are 19-22.
Oh,
Orioles.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Yeah,
bad.
but the last like 5 games, they have not been looking great, and plus, they are pretty hurt right now. James Paxton, JD Martinez.
But this is a team.
Alex Verdugo. Let
this team get their guys back. This is why the baseball season. I don't worry about teams in the first 3 months.
I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't.
When you need to start worrying is when you get into the second half and they continue to just.
After the All-Star game.
Yeah, after the All-Star game is when shit really hits the fan because you got that last 2 months to really pull it together.
Yes.
And then if your team doesn't pull it together, they don't make it.
Right.
85 to 88 wins is the goal.
Well, yeah, you would love much more than that, but
that is the
I mean,
goal
look
to
at the Atlanta Braves last year.
Yeah, 88.
Yeah, 88.
What I'm saying is Atlanta was terrible first half of the season. Like, they had a losing record. First half of the season. Like,
Brought it
they
back.
looked really, really bad.
They brought it back.
And then they just turned full circle and only lost, like, 30% of the games in the second half of the season. Like, they really turned it around.
Yeah. Do want to speak on this with KC, since we live in Kansas City. Anybody didn't know? Talking about prospect Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah.
So there's been, I've seen it on the web, I've heard it in person. Everyone is pretty dogging Bobby Witt right now because of his slump.
Typical freaking fan base type situation. Fan base is upset, but
I mean, I understand the
I
hype
100%
train.
understand it because the Royals have sucked for so long, and when your best guy starts sucking, you really just don't want to put up with it.
I mean, when they won the World Series 2015, so Royals have not been that great after that World Series. You're holding on to that. We've seen it with our eyes. You're holding on to that at the shops. But, like...
Yeah, man. And then they always bring it up. Like,
yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. is having a slump. It happens all the time in baseball where you're not going to go up to bat 4 times and hit dingers 4 for 4. You're not going to go up and hit, 50%, 2 for 4.
We're not seeing, like, ridiculous, like, what Cody Bellinger had going on.
Cody Bellinger was batting, in the majors, Gold Glove winner.
On him for a long time. But, yeah, the thing is Cody Bellinger can have something like that happen. He's established.
He's getting paid the big bucks now and all that. Like, I get, as a prospect, you got to prove yourself day in, day out. But, if you watch the footage, you watch the games.
It's not a good time to go into a slump, especially with the All-Star break coming up.
Right. That's true.
What, we got like another month before. Yeah, the All-Star break is in June.
Yeah, but come on now.
Is it next month? I think it's next month.
I believe so, but Bobby's a third baseman. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks for him. But regardless of the fact, I did just want to make that note. Like, at least everybody knows that. Slumps do happen. Even Mike Trout has a slump. And comes right back up.
Turned it right back around. Like I said, we have a whole nother week of baseball to watch. Other than that, I think we've pretty much touched base on baseball.
Is there anything else you want to touch on with baseball? You want to talk about?
We gotta I feel like baseball, you gotta let it play its course a little bit. Teams are gonna go up and down a lot in the first half of the season. They don't know who they're gonna have long term. This is when teams start discovering long term, like what they're gonna look like. Especially coming up All-Star break, like, hey, they're going to start discussing trades in about a week. I feel like after this next week, they're going to start talking to guys about being traded and stuff. Or guys are going to start requesting to be traded after next week. Because June hits and then stuff starts happening quickly.
Right. So other than that, you want to touch on a little bit of NFL?
Yeah. I know today Clowney re-signed with the Browns, correct?
Yep, for $11 million, 1-year deal.
1-year deal, which is expected with somebody that's been in the league as long as he has. So, Browns, I'm actually kind of shocked they actually held on to a player for once.
Yep.
I feel as if the reasoning behind it is Deshaun Watson took the whole offense to the Bahamas. I think it was the Bahamas. Anyways, they're making that organization is making it clear as day, and I guess Deshaun Watson is making it clear as day that he really expects to play.
Yeah.
Like, he really thinks that this is the year that he's going to play. But he did have those talks with the NFL a few days ago. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like last Friday, I want to say. Well, this past Friday. I know the talks began during the week at some point. To decide whether or not he violated the fucking policies that the NFL have in place. With that being said, I haven't heard anything suspension-wise.
No, I haven't either.
I don't think this is a really touchy one because, like, there's nothing right now that the NFL can honestly do until it's all said and done.
Right.
But I feel like they're trying to, like, they're trying to get it to a point where like everyone's gonna just act like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Which is odd, but
yeah. I mean, but it's let it play this course.
I don't think there's ever been a player besides like dudes that get locked up like that's been out this long over allegations.
Right.
And then it's happening in the MLB too.
It's true.
It's happening to Trevor Bauer, and I mean, so far he still has that 2-year ban
suspension
on him, and like he can't have any involvement with baseball.
No pay too.
No pay. Like I would, that like he already plans on going against the MLB, obviously, but like
yeah,
this kind of stuff is just weird. It never has happened until recent years, like. And the process that these guys go through, like this happened back in 2020? This started back in 2020?
Just about, yeah.
And we're going into 2023, 2022,
2022,
going into 2023. Like, that's wild to me. This is taking this long for a lot of the stuff that the allegations are dating back to are like pretty far back.
Right. I mean, that's why everyone said don't leave any stone unturned. I mean, obviously this place, it has to play out its course.
Was it brought up this week that Drew Brees is doesn't know whether or not he's gonna stick with the broadcasting or not? But then he got like this huge offer saying like if he doesn't take this, then like
it's off.
He's not gonna make nowhere near as much money playing again.
Yeah, I mean,
compared to playing again.
I feel like that happens all the time, like especially with retirement. I mean, everyone's
Drew should hang it up. I think he's just seeing Brady doing what Brady's doing, but like I feel as if he's like contemplating whether or not he should have backed out the way he did.
I think he could have went one more run.
I think he could have, but like he did have to get a procedure done this whole when he was doing the broadcasting thing, he had to get surgery, I think, on his shoulder. Like he was really messed up.
Yeah.
I personally, especially with getting a shoulder surgery and you're a quarterback, I don't think you should come back.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say you shouldn't. I mean,
he played a.
It just all depends on how
he's accomplished everything that anyone that gets drafted in the NFL. You want to be a champion, at least one time. He did that. He's done the Pro Bowl.
You want to be an MVP.
You want to he's gotten every accolade that you can get. He damn near led the league in touchdowns and passing yards for the longest until Brady passed him up because Brady's old ass won't freaking hang it up.
Brady's just Brady, man.
Like Brady could have hung it up when he left the Patriots because that was what everyone really thought was going to happen. Was once
but Brady does what Brady does and goes to Tampa, wins Super Bowl first year, and
second year
tries to go back again. Almost does it again, just blown coverage, and that's about it. And yeah, man. But other than that, other
football
news,
has been very quiet actually.
Nick Foles expected to sign with the Colts.
Yeah, I seen that.
Reunited with Frank Reich.
I don't know if it's because there's possible issues with Matt Ryan.
I wouldn't say that. I would say,
or are they really telling Nick Foles like, "Hey man, like you're just like the new Fitzpatrick. Like you're just gonna."
I mean, the dude's a Super Bowl champion. So
it's just odd to me because Nick Foles, I feel as if just doesn't get the opportunity that he's supposed to get.
No, I mean what he did.
He gets put on the worst teams. The worst team.
Yeah, but he's made money.
He bounced to the right team at the right time.
He's got a damn statue in Philly. Okay.
I wonder if they're going to let that statue go.
No, not at all. That's the Philly special right there. No. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
So
you let Nick Foles go.
A legendary career game and has never been able to live up to it.
Well,
it's so crazy.
How would you feel for Carson Wentz that you go down, Nick Foles takes over, and that system
live up to the hype
that system that
again.
Doug Peterson did was just Foles magic all the way around.
It's fucking hilarious that the Colts are talking to Nick Foles because that was the guy that took over for Wentz, and then they told Wentz, "Hey man, you suck, and then we're gonna bring in your daddy. We're gonna bring your daddy.
Well, Carson going to the Commanders. We're gonna
bring in the guy that won it all.
Carson going to the Commanders. It's gonna be interesting to see
that team
Carson. Yeah,
they're not looking good at all.
I
feel bad for Ron Rivera. He got tossed into the fire with that team. There's not much going on there that looks anything worth hopeful for.
Yeah. But other than that, there's not too much going on. I mean, speaking about the NFC East, though, Giants quarterback, I mean, this is kind of a little bit old news. Daniel Jones obviously got declined on his 5th year.
Yep.
So
I think they're parting ways with him.
Now it's like nut up or shut up, dude. I mean, the Giants.
I think if you're denying in your 5th year, you basically got told you did not do nowhere near as good.
No, the Giants have been
a poverty team for a hot minute,
declining very fast, and you even saw it with Eli. Now everyone was blaming Eli, but who do you blame now?
Cashed in for a very long time.
Oh, their Giants were
spent a lot of money, and then like all those dudes kind of retired or went and got traded, stuff like that. Like they had a really long run of being really good, but I mean, whenever a quarterback leaves, and you got to rediscover another one.
A good one?
A good one.
Not just another, a good one.
You got to get one that can match, like, what that person did.
I wouldn't even say, I feel like everyone's got to be given some sort of chance. Like, Patrick Mahomes was, and just bringing him up, I mean, nobody knew Patrick Mahomes was going to come out.
What's crazy, right, is all these new guys, lately the trend is, hey, get him in the fire now. Light him up.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. With Patrick Mahomes, nobody knew he was going to come out.
His whole rookie contract.
Well, I mean, he was behind Alex Smith. Why would you give up Alex Smith?
Well, like, I want to say Andy Reid did it right. You do what works, and, like, sometimes you got to let these guys sit.
Well, that's what...
like, really soak in everything.
Patrick sat behind Alex for at least 2 years, learned everything.
And while they were doing that, they were putting a team together.
Yeah, so Patrick came out, Alex Smith went down, and Patrick balled out. That is, I mean, we can talk about Rodgers and Brett Favre. Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre.
Until Brett Favre basically, it gets
went
to
down,
a point, like,
and then
they're old. And
Rodgers came in, and Rodgers did what Rodgers does. He balled out. So, I mean,
my thing is man.
Well, I know everyone is now shitting on Trevor.
Oof. They're looking rough.
Well, I know everyone was like, Sammy.
The Sammy Watkins thing is a joke.
Well, Sammy, I mean, everyone's joking about, like, hey, good luck having, good luck with the 3 games that you have, Sammy.
The best 1-game receiver you'll ever have. Like.
Yeah, but, I mean, Packers wide receivers coaches have released and saying Sammy's in a good place right now. He's healthy. He's great, but yeah, he's healthy right now. Yeah. Let the couple games start.
Freaking the Bears running back. What's his name?
Tariq Cohen?
Yeah. Tore his Achilles.
Ooh.
In a Instagram live workout.
Yeah.
Like he was
I'm pretty sure they let Tariq Cohen go. And he was
doing rehab. He was doing rehab work, like footwork. Doing cone drills and stuff. And it was like the simplest of like moves. Like he was just doing ladders, I think, and just planted his foot, and you just hear it. You hear it in the live video. Like it just. They were like, oh, and he just sat there. He just laid on the ground. It was like the saddest thing ever because he knew. He just said, no.
Yeah,
He just sat there and was like, he just knew something just went completely out.
Yeah.
Because you didn't see nothing move. You just heard the nastiest pop ever. It sounded like devastating. It sounded like you just you just heard something go completely out of place.
Oof.
And he just looked at it and he was like, no. And just held his leg. He's just like.
I did see that video. I saw it. Yeah.
I was like, I felt bad when I first seen it. You just kind of, you see that like shotgun effect on the back of his leg where it's like boing. You just see it shoot up his leg and you're like, his career is over. Because before that, he was rehabbing a torn ACL.
Yeah.
He was in rehab for a torn ACL, and as you're rehabbing one, the other one goes out. Like, I feel as if your body's telling you at that point. Like,
that's the thing, man. Injuries,
no more.
That's the killer right there, dude.
Your body's telling you at that point, like, you're done.
It's true. But other than that, nothing really too much else going on with the NFL. I mean, for the most part, basketball, baseball, just honestly got to let it play out.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beginning of playoff series right now, so it's really hard to say whether or not we can I feel as if it's got to go at least 5 for the Western Conference.
Y'all got our predictions. Another prediction locked in for me.
Yeah,
another one.
Had to reevaluate.
Another one. Another one. All right.
At this point, it's gotta go at least 6.
Yeah. So, but guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, holler at us on YouTube.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Leave feedback. Share it.
Follow the podcast. Put them alerts. Ring that bell.
Ring the bell.
That way, y'all get these updates.
So you guys know. Especially hit the bell for the YouTube, because I don't know what happened, man.
We're trying to figure things out here, guys. We're upgrading equipment.
Maybe I didn't get it out as quickly as I usually do. That might be a me thing, but like, hey, it is what it is. Maybe you guys tune into it late sometimes. I don't know. But other than that, we're gonna let y'all go. Thank you for listening, watching,
One love.
however you did it. Peace out.
One love.